Imagine being out here in the depths of space, far above the celestial scale, glancing down at some rogue intergalactic stars. In the distance, you can see the faint glow of two galaxies. Perhaps, if you're lucky, you may one day see them collide.
Star City, a galaxy with all its might.
See, relative to stars, galaxies are much closer to one another. The nearest star to us, Proxima Centauri, is about 4 light years away. That's nearly 30 million times the diameter of the sun, so 30 million suns away. Compare this to galaxies, right? The Andromeda galaxy is 2.5 million light years away, which is only about 25 times the diameter of the Milky Way, so 25 galaxies away. Because of this, they collide fairly often. Stars, on the other hand, almost never collide. So you could think of these collisions as kind of like two ghosts high-fiving one another. We could look at one of these mergers in far greater detail. These are two galaxies of roughly the same size, so this is what you call a major merger. The lines that you see here are the paths that stars are taking through space. The color of the line tells you about the velocity of the stars relative to one another. So blue trails are the slower of the bunch, whereas orange trails are the faster. This is right after first pass. It's the maximum separation between the two galaxies. They will never be further away from each other than they are now. And this is reflected by the fact that the two paths become a nice shade of blue as they slow down and prepare themselves for collision number 2. You'll see them sort of oscillate back and forth between orange and blue as the force of gravity plays out in this violent, chaotic epic. We'll see them undergo this same process of swirling around the gravitational well that binds them to one another a few more times before they settle in the chaotic maelstrom of a new galaxy. This entire epic plays out over timescales of billions of years, so we're jumping around at absurd rates here. If you measure the velocities at each point of every star, you can see exactly what we just saw a bit more clearly. There's this sort of oscillatory nature where we see sharp spikes for high velocities, again, in orange. And you can notice these sharp spikes occur closer to one another with more time. With each pass, the galaxies increase speeds as they fall in for another pass. If you just place a supermassive black hole at the center of each galaxy and use it, as an indicator for the position of the galaxy, it's really interesting to look at the difference in their positions as a function of time. So you can see the different sort of sway back and forth just like the galaxies themselves did. So, looking at these mergers is all pretty cool, but why exactly do we care? Well, for one, galaxy mergers really accelerate star formation as the gas that comprises the galaxies accelerates and falls inwards to give birth to new stars. We wouldn't be here without a little bit of merging. Zooming out though, galaxy mergers help us understand how the universe plays out on larger scales, how the cosmos evolves over time, and how galaxies themselves evolve over time. Many unanswered questions surround these mergers. For example, we're not entirely sure how or if the supermassive black holes at the center of the galaxies merge together. If you work out the math, once these two black holes get to within a parsec of each other, the merger really slows down, and it would take the black holes more time than the age of the universe to merge together. This is called the final parsec problem. It's something cosmologists are actively working on today. So, these strange cosmic events are crucial to studying the evolution of the universe, its past, present, and future. They tell us about the lifespans of these massive gravitationally bound objects and the crucial stellar mechanisms that occur following violent collisions. These help keep the stellar recycling machine winding, and who knows, maybe this star forming is crucial to life as we know.